Hey, Wichita, we are back with another episode of Coffee Break. I am your host, Officer Chad Ditch, and I'm with my co-host.
And I'm your host, Officer Trevor Macy.
Are you just rubbing the table and everything?
It's really warm, this table. I think it's the lights.
Yeah. So,
it's also really, I haven't ever taken an opportunity to just look at this table, but it's like marble.
It is marble.
Like fake marble.
It is. Yeah, it's definitely fake.
The craftsmanship there.
So anybody that's in podcast land, this is definitely not a marble table.
It's not a marble table. We are not wealthy in the
There's a low budget.
Yeah, low budget here.
But hey, we're here. We've been doing it now for 18 weeks maybe.
Are you actually keeping track?
I used to do the numbers, but yeah,
Okay.
because usually when I upload to Facebook, I'll put like episode, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then I think we're at 18 now, which is pretty good, man.
That's 18 weeks straight.
Not missing a week, yeah.
That we have been doing this.
That's 4.5 months for anybody doing math and remembering how many weeks are in a month.
We need to do, at the end of the year, we need to do like a highlight reel.
Yeah,
where
highlight
we show
reel.
like the clips.
Yeah.
The best clips of the year. That can be like our Christmas special if we want to take that week off.
Yeah.
Then we can just, like they do on that. TV stations and stuff, when they just air.
We could do the best of Trevor's laughs and stuff, like when you get your giggles and
I've
stuff.
only had a giggle fit like twice.
That's true. It is so worth
Excuse
it, man.
me.
So we're back from we are on a Monday after a weekend.
We're back from a weekend, as we say every time we do this.
Yeah. We need to say
we're
something
back
else?
from I don't know.
No,
we could change it up.
Okay, we might think about that.
We're back from Saturday and Sunday.
So my wife she watches it and she says that we've been gelling pretty good together on the podcast.
Gelling like a felon.
Gelling like a felon. Yeah.
Want a melon?
No.
You remember those commercials? This Dr. Scholl's commercials?
No.
They were so dumb.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, "Are you gelling? I'm gelling. I'm gelling like a felon." And they'd be like at a grocery store and some guy'd be like selling watermelons. He's like, "Want a melon?"
No, I don't remember
you don't remember that?
I don't remember that.
Was that a fever dream I had?
Maybe that was a different channel. I didn't get that channel. I don't know.
You must not have got basic channels then, Chad.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, we were basic. So, how was your weekend?
It was fine. I worked Wind Surge. Wind Surge won, I think, both nights.
I thought they lost Saturday 3-2.
Yeah, they did. I forgot about that.
I didn't even go there. You were at the game. Glad you were paying attention.
I literally was at every game last week except Friday, and they all just kind of blend together. So
I went Thursday. I was working Thursday and watched it.
I was there Thursday, and you didn't even come say hi.
You're right. You were busy. You were there with your dad.
You can't stop by and say, "Hey,
I did
what's
see
up,
you
dude?"
on the Jumbotron. Did you see yourself on the Jumbotron?
Yeah, I was on there twice.
Oh, okay.
I saw you standing out next to the Jumbotron.
I was out there
with McElwain.
Yep.
And just chatting it up, but no time for old Trevor.
We were talking about me getting Kevin in December. So.
Oh, your snake?
Yeah, the snakes.
That's pretty exciting. How's that going?
I don't know. My wife gives me crap every time I bring it up, but I even asked her if she would help decorate the enclosure. So.
Are you gonna get like an aquarium or like you gonna
like
let him free roam?
40 gallon.
I got a buddy. He works down south. He has an apartment downtown, and he's got a huge iguana.
Really?
That just roams around his apartment. I went over there one night to use the restroom, and the iguana was under the toilet.
You just went to his house to use the bathroom?
Well, so we're
not going to skip that.
No, we were all hanging out, and I needed to use the bathroom.
That's not what you said.
His apartment was right there.
I got you.
Because he lives in Old Town, so
we
were down there. And
I just want you to know I went to my friend's house to use the bathroom.
I don't know if you ever been in an Old Town restroom, but they're not exactly like
the cleanest.
Yeah.
Did you ever go? Have you been in the ones that close, but working Southside? I had to work Old Town a lot. Have you seen the bathrooms that are right there off of
like the public bathrooms?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a nightmare.
Yeah. Right.
Nightmare fuel. Yeah, they're not around anymore, right? They close them.
I think they close them up for sure. At least during maybe later on in the evening and everything like that. For
they're open during the day.
I don't know. I don't go down there.
It's been a while since I've even thought about using those bathrooms.
Bro, you know what I had to do this weekend? Besides work a little bit.
What'd you have to do?
We have school. It's about to start back up in like a couple weeks for my kids, so we went school shopping.
That sounds fun.
It was. It actually wasn't too bad, to be honest, because we knew that was going to come up, so we budgeted and everything, and we were able to get the kids some decent clothes and stuff like that. And my daughter got some shoes. Bro, I know you're not there, but one day if you get there, there's a thing when you shop with teenage girls that sometimes, you know, they're not confident in whatever, especially being a dad, they're not confident in your abilities to buy them stuff or get them stuff or think something's cool. But I've been dressing my wife for like 16 years. Like she's always like, hey, does this look good? I'm like, no, wear this, and this. And, you know, so I feel like I got credentials to pick out, you know, good outfits.
Yeah.
So we went to a store and I was like, hey, you should try this on. This looks good. And she was like, no, it doesn't. And I'm like, girl, you're going to look good. You're going to look cute. And then my wife's like, looks cute. So then she puts it on and she's like, it does look good. Happens all the time.
That's a proud dad moment.
It is. It is a proud dad moment. But yeah, so spent a little bit of money, got them some new school clothes and stuff, and then just worked over there at Walmart.
I have not had to think about back to school shopping since I was a young lad. And I remember every summer, you know, summer was a great time as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
And then when we would go, my family and I would go to Walmart as a kid and I'd see the back to school stuff, I would get really depressed.
Really? Why?
Because I did not want to go back to school.
Oh, yeah.
It was like the worst time of the year for me. So I would see those back to school displays, and my sister would be all excited to go get new notebooks and new shoes and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Were you the?
I do not want to go back to school.
What was the book that everybody wanted? That had like all
the Trapper Keepers?
Yeah, the Trapper Keepers.
Yeah, I had to have one in middle school.
Bro.
I used it, you know, because I had to. But, like, I don't know that I ever really cared about it. I had a camouflage one, though. It was pretty
we were
cool.
we were so poor growing up, we couldn't have it because, like, that was super expensive. And then to get one for my brother and sister also would be even more expensive. So never got one. And then I got older.
Shame.
Bro, I didn't start college until I was like, I don't know, like 28, 29. And I was like, I'm going to get a Trapper Keeper.
Heck yeah, man.
To sit at home and not go, like, it was all online. But anyway, I digress. So, but yeah, man, it was busy weekend, work, school shopping and stuff like that, man. It's going to be a real busy week.
It's the first week of August.
It is.
And we have an event this week.
We do.
Or multiple events,
yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
National Night Out.
Yes.
Is this week.
Yep. Technically, it is tomorrow, August 2nd.
Tomorrow, August 2nd. Well, tomorrow, depending on when you watch this podcast or listen,
true,
it could be yesterday. It could be 3 weeks ago.
That's true, yeah.
August
Fair
2nd,
enough.
to be clear, is the day.
Yep.
Check with your local community groups, your neighborhood associations. Everybody's kind of putting on their own thing. We'll have some community police officers attending those events. And
yeah,
should be a good time.
Yeah, and shoot out. Contact your local police bureau. I mean, a lot of neighborhood associations, they've already pushed those out to our CP officers. But if you're having a national night out event and you want us to come, you contact your patrol bureau and let us know, man. We'd love to come out, hang out, meet people, pass out stickers and things of that sort, and just have conversations. So,
and if you don't know what National Night Out is, I've got a handy little definition here.
Okay.
So, National Night Out Day on the first Tuesday in August promotes police community partnerships in neighborhoods across the country. The event focuses on the community and raising awareness through camaraderie.
Yes.
That's a good word. By improving area relationships, the hope is to make our neighborhoods safer.
Yeah. It's all about breaking bread, you know? It's all about coming together over like a plate of food or whatever kind of event you're having on and just having that conversation and stuff. So
prior to working in law enforcement, I worked for Target.
Oh, okay.
And we would help with National Night Out
really?
Near the local store where I worked. But we always did the Bel Air one because that was like the closest one, I guess. Anyway, we would take a bunch of food and hot dogs, and we'd grill hot dogs at the fire station, and kids would come. There'd be bouncy houses and stuff. So that was always a cool event to be a part of. So
I went to the one I went to several last year. I went to 4 in one night, and one of them was in Hilltop, bro. They had chili cheese dogs. I was like,
I love chili cheese dogs.
Sign your boy up. So
any place with food, that's a good way to get cops to show up to your event. If you have food,
or anybody for that matter.
I mean anybody, but cops love food.
Yeah,
I mean everybody loves food, but cops love.
Yeah, you throw in the food, or I mean, I know donuts are obviously a food, but
I love donuts.
Yeah,
who doesn't?
Right. And I've heard about this new. Never mind. We're gonna get down a rabbit hole.
New donut shop.
Yeah, or not just the donut shop, but just the cronut or the.
Did you tried one? Right, I tried one.
Bro.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It's just phenomenal.
We got to get some cronuts.
Yeah,
for the podcast.
We should. Yeah, we should get one.
That was so good.
It was
It's like a croissant
but a donut.
material, like the croissant.
A croissant and a
bread.
donut had a baby.
But yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what
man,
happened.
So good.
Speaking of so good and community relations, our guest
It's
today.
a great segue.
You love that? I worked on it. No, I didn't. It was actually just impromptu.
I can tell.
Y'all know.
You're very good with the impromptu. But
I'm
continue.
trying. Yeah, thank you. Our guest today is Officer Wee Pham from Patrol West Community Policing. We had his boss on a few weeks ago, and he's going to talk to us today.
He's got a Facebook page.
He does have a Facebook page, but I'll let him
We'll let him talk about
that. So we'll get a refill, and our guest is here. So we'll get a refill, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. We are here with Officer Wee Pham. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
No, you're
Thanks
super busy guy.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna hurt our feelings or anything like that, man. But tell us, have you ever seen the podcast?
One time.
One-
Just one time.
Was that because Woodrow was on it?
Because my sergeant was on there.
You had
Yeah.
to watch if your boss is on.
Yeah.
That's mandated watching, right?
Nikki was like, "You guys sit down before we do anything. You're watching this right now." So, but you're a part of community policing out at Patrol West, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So on the podcast, man, it's kind of laid back. We want the community to know who the officer or who the person is as opposed to the officer and stuff. So, tell us, man, who's we?
Well, my name is Huy Pham.
Mhm.
I'm Vietnamese,
Okay.
but I was born in Vietnam.
Okay.
So I came here when I was 10 years old, back in '94, not knowing a single English. My first word was A for apple.
Mm.
It was really weird because they put me in school, in middle school, in 6th grade, and I didn't know a single English at all.
Yeah.
We had a translator. Back in the day, when a teacher says something, you have a Spanish translator, and then you have a Vietnamese translator. So that goes on for like 3 years. When I was in high school, I caught up a little bit. I started in English 1. It was weird. It just took me 3 years to get caught up.
Wow.
From
That's crazy.
A for apple.
Yeah.
So, and then I went on to college and I got my degree in mechanical engineering.
Oh wow.
Very cool.
And then I joined the police department. Been on for about 12 and a half years.
Okay.
Throughout my career, I've been on a bunch of specialty units, traffic, SRO for 5 years. And now I just recently joined community policing.
Yeah.
It's always been my passion to be on the community policing. Ever since that's the whole reason why I want to be on the police department.
Yeah.
Because I want to help out the Asian community, especially the Vietnamese community. Because I have special skills. I can speak fluently in
Yeah.
Vietnamese. And I can also read and write in Vietnamese.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So
Very cool.
the Vietnamese community, in correct me if I'm wrong, but sometimes it's a community also that may be hesitant to speak to law enforcement. Is that accurate?
Yes, that's very accurate to a certain point. For Asian community as a whole, they don't like to call the police until it's something major.
Yeah.
Like somebody stab you, somebody shoot you, somebody
Right.
rob you, then they call the police. Some small, like even domestic violence. If a husband beating up on a wife, they wouldn't call the police on you.
Because it's like a belief that you just want to handle it within the
They
household.
want to handle it within that household, and they don't trust the police either.
Yeah.
They just don't.
It's just it's something too. It's kind of you understand not trusting the police. I don't. That's kind of hard to understand sometimes. But the wanting to take care of stuff in your own household, like I can understand that. And,
Yeah.
and,
I mean, it's a cultural thing
Yeah.
too, I think, right? Like,
Well, one thing is the reason why they don't call the police is because the older generation, they don't speak English that well, so they feel like they don't want to call the police out because they don't know how to talk the language.
yeah,
And also in the Vietnamese culture is you don't want to call the police, you don't want to go to jail, and you don't want to go to court.
yeah,
That's the three biggest things that you don't want to do in your life.
right,
right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people though too.
Yeah. Really?
Right? Yeah. I don't want to go to court.
I don't want to mess with that. What's
Go ahead.
So what's the size of the Vietnamese community in Wichita right now? For those who don't know, just kind of how
We
how it plays out.
last time I looked on Google, we have about 4 or 5% Asian community in our community. Majority of it is Vietnamese.
Okay.
So I would say about 10,000 people
Wow.
or to 15,000.
Oh wow.
We don't have an accurate number, but that's what I'm guessing. Because if you look at it, if you go anywhere in Wichita, how many Vietnamese restaurants do you see?
A lot.
Yeah.
How many Vietnamese grocery do you see?
A lot.
A lot.
So we have a large amount of Vietnamese community here.
Yeah. And you're doing a great thing for the Vietnamese community or the Asian community, not just being able to be like a spokesperson for them, but you started up a Facebook page
Yeah.
for them. Can you talk to us about that? Like what made you go that route? And
Yeah, thanks for asking.
Yeah.
The whole reason why, like I told you, I started the police department is because I feel the need for the Asian community, especially the Vietnamese community, is that I want to be able to educate the older generation
yeah.
on things like funny story. I was an officer in traffic one time, and I stopped this car right at Harry, closer to Rock Row.
Yeah.
I stopped the car and she just parked right in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
I came up to her. Of course, she's Vietnamese, and I asked her, "Hey, you know, why are you not pulling over? Why do you just park in the middle of the street?" She's like, "I don't know."
Didn't know what to do.
She
Yeah.
didn't know what to do. So I want to educate the older generation. That was my first goal.
Yeah.
Was to educate the older generation.
Yeah.
On basic laws. Like
Yeah.
what would you do if an officer pull you over? How would you write a simple traffic accident report?
Yeah.
How would you fill it out? Something simple like that.
Yeah.
That was my first goal. But the more I dig into the community, the more I dig into this job,
Yeah.
I feel like the Asian community right now in our Wichita community is thinking a bigger picture
Yeah.
than just the community. I am a member of the Wichita Asian Association. I go to their meeting every month, and people know Wichita Asian Association for what's that? Asian Festival.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now they are thinking wider, broader than that. They're working on a mental health issue for Asian culture now. So we are going on the right path,
Yeah.
and that's my goal too, is to get involved more
Yeah.
in the Asian community, so that they can feel that, hey, you know, we're not the bad guys.
Yeah.
We're the good guys.
Yeah.
Call us for anything you want.
Yeah.
Call us if you need to talk to us. If you have a mental issue, you always talk to us. We have resources that we can tell
Absolutely,
them. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Right.
So that was my goal, and I started the Facebook page. Right now, I have over 1,000 friends right now,
That's awesome.
and I just started about 6 months ago,
Yeah.
Wow.
and about like probably 300 followers.
There you go.
But I'm on the cool track to,
Yeah.
to help out the Asian community.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I really love about this department, especially as we continue to grow. You know, we talk about on the podcast all the time about mental health and stuff, and how we push events and things. But one thing that you said is, you know, just getting information out there, and it's like no matter what the culture
Yeah.
is, you know, Hispanic, Asian, English speaking.
Yeah.
We are always pushing out information. We're always trying to educate, and it's good. I like seeing all this and how well diverse our
But I tell you what,
department is.
you really need to have a passion to do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise,
yeah.
you cannot do this job if
Yeah.
you don't have that passion.
Yeah, and you have to have thick skin.
Yeah,
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 like
yeah.
you got to be
Yeah.
able to have the thick skin. So
Yeah, because people will call you,
Mhm.
asking you questions all the time.
Yep.
And you got to have the passion. Like, I feel like I'm not working.
Yeah,
That's how big of a passion I have
Yeah.
for the Asian community.
yeah,
Because when people will call me on basic stuff like how to trespass
Mm-hmm.
people, you know, a lot of basic questions on my off duty time.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love doing that.
yeah,
I love telling people, guiding people to the right place, instead of calling 911 and tie
Yeah.
up a bunch of officers on something like that.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
sometimes even like on our Facebook Messenger, you know, people ask questions, and sometimes these are questions that used to be people will call 911 for just to
Right.
get an answer, but now they have a resource
Yeah.
to be able to use to get that answer. So that's amazing that you're doing that for your community and everything too. So
I imagine that's keeping you pretty busy.
Yeah, a little bit busy, but not
Yeah.
as much as busy, because still I'm trying to get to know them more,
Yeah.
get to break the gap.
yeah,
So still there are a lot of people that don't call me yet,
mm-hmm.
because probably they haven't known me much.
yeah,
But I'm getting involved more into more events that I'm going to.
yep,
And I love our department. One thing is that our department would let me go to whatever events I want,
yeah,
to just spread out the fact that I have a Facebook page.
Yeah.
I like to help people out. But my supervisor, they fully support me
yeah,
from anywhere I want to go, any events I want to go in town.
I really enjoy it too, man. Like when we have the Asian Pacific Islander month, the photos that we see of the officers all coming together to celebrate their heritage and everything.
Yeah.
And same thing for other cultures and other months. But it's cool to see, like some people you just didn't know, because you go through your career and rookies come in and stuff, and seeing all these faces and all of us together with the community is awesome. And it's really come alive with your page as well too.
Yeah.
So I think you're doing a great job there, man. And
Thank you.
Just keep sharing, keep pushing and stuff. So
it always seems like anytime we have a need with like a specific group of people or specific community, there's always like we can find the perfect officer for the job, and it's like, we did that here. So that's awesome that we have all the people that we do on this department.
So I got not a funny story, but a fun fact about FAM. You might not remember this, man, but
really?
In 2013, I was exiting out of the military, and I was doing ride-alongs, and I did my first ride-along with Atlee Vote out east at the time, and you were one that we kept after calls. We would go on calls too, but we'd go car to car afterwards and pass information on. So when I first joined the department, I was like, man, where's that FAM guy? But you were already at Southeast, I think.
Yeah.
SRO. So, but yeah, man, I've known you for a hot minute and didn't even know.
How long were you SRO?
I was there 5 school years.
5 school years.
Yeah.
Okay, and then patrol prior to that.
Patrol prior to that, traffic patrol.
Traffic. Yeah, you did traffic for a while. Which has been your favorite area of the department?
My
so far?
favorite would be right now community policing.
Yeah.
But my second favorite is SRO. I love talking to kids.
Yeah.
Majority of them are good kids, all of them, and they love talking to police officer.
Yeah.
I wish we would have more SRO middle school, because when they come up to high school, they'd be like, "Why are you here?"
Yeah.
They ask me a question, which is kind of weird, like, "Why are you here for?" We have something going on. Like, no, I'm work here. I work here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they don't have that connection with the police in the middle school, so when they go to high school, they're surprised by it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're so busy on calls and everything else, and every one of our CP teams tries to stop by their middle schools as often as they
Yes,
can.
we
but
do
to
that
be able,
too. Yeah.
to be able to have one in the school would be pretty neat.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of people asking for that.
Yeah.
Again.
But even now, when I'm in the CP team, I still go to school and talk to the kids. Just because I love it.
Yeah. Well, you can make a really big impact, especially at that age. I mean, that's what, 12 to 14.
Right. That's a formative period in their lives. So
I remember even like when we're at like events and stuff, like, especially like high school age kids are there, and they say something, and we have some kind of smart remark back to them that relates to what's going on with them, just to see that they're like, oh, you know who Drake is?
You're like, cool. What?
Yeah, like, oh, you're not old. No, bro, I'm not old. And, but yeah, that's one thing I've enjoyed about working with kids and stuff too. So, what's a goal for FAM? How long you staying in CP for a minute, or detective, or what are you thinking?
I don't know. I think my goal is to be a detective and supervisor someday.
Yeah.
That's just my goal.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm focusing on this community project right now.
Definitely. So on this podcast, we play a game, man. It's called One Has to Go. Okay. Might be a little tricky on this one. So this one we chose live streaming devices. Okay. Or platforms, I guess.
Not necessarily live, but just
streaming devices. Yeah.
Okay.
Online streaming.
Yeah. So we got Prime Video, Hulu, Netflix, and Disney Plus. You got to choose one to go away forever.
Definitely Prime Video.
Really?
Because I don't know how to navigate that.
No?
I don't know how to navigate that.
Do you have it? Or
I have it.
See, I don't mind Prime because usually, to me, it's like, how is it? Is it free or whatever? So
because if you have Prime,
if you have a Prime account,
who doesn't have Prime at this point? Like, we're all Prime citizens.
Right. Yeah, they're gonna have to up that. But there'll be like a little blue Prime mark on the thumbnail or whatever.
Yeah.
To me, that's how I realize it's free.
So I'm an Amazon fanboy. So like I have a Fire TV.
Yeah.
So it's all just built in Prime, and it's awesome. I have Alexa all over my house, and my lights are controlled by Jeff Bezos. But
so you just sit down and you're just like, Alexa, make me a grilled cheese sandwich. And
I wish it. I'll figure out a way to get it to that point.
I wonder, does Alexa dial 911 too if you tell her to?
I think it can. I know I can call other people via Alexa. Or like if somebody, so I have like one in each room, and if somebody's in the other room, I can be like, hey Alexa, tell so and so to bring me a sandwich or something. But
that's pretty funny.
I don't do that because I'll get in trouble.
So you're not getting rid of Prime?
No, I'm not getting rid of Prime. I'd get rid of Netflix probably
See, yeah.
because they raised their prices, and I already finished Stranger Things, so there's not really anything.
You know, one thing that annoys me
Keeping
about
me there.
Netflix, like when you're scrolling through, if you pause too long on one of the little videos,
It starts playing.
It starts
Yeah,
playing.
Yes.
yeah, previewing.
Yeah. I can't stand that. But I'm getting rid of Disney Plus.
What?
Yeah.
No.
It's because you don't watch Star Wars.
Yeah, it's 'cause I don't-
That's
yeah,
exactly
yeah.
right. Okay. I gotta ask you, have you seen Star Wars?
Yes.
Okay, you
Do you
like
like
Star
it?
Wars?
Yes, I do.
Oh my god.
You know,
I need
Chad's never seen Star Wars.
Never seen Star Wars?
it. I've seen 30 minutes of it and I can't stand it.
You never imagine yourself being a Jedi?
No, I don't.
Every
Right?
kid
Every kid
grows
wanted
up
to be-
wanting to be a
exactly.
Jedi.
You're right. Every kid grows up. That's what it is.
Oh,
Like,
Chad.
I feel bad for you, man.
See,
But
Yeah.
no.
exactly.
But you know what would hurt me though, getting rid of Disney Plus is you can't go back on there and watch Boy Meets World because I think I'm pretty sure that was on there. I remember seeing that.
Topanga.
Yeah, Topanga, everybody's
Everybody's first crush.
first crush, yeah, or Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell?
That's Kelly Kapowski.
Yeah.
yeah. As far
I
as
love Saved by the Bell.
that was mine.
I never got into Saved by the Bell.
Really?
Yes.
I think that was one of the first TV shows that made me cry when Zach and Kelly broke up, bro.
So what years? What years was
Like-
that on?
Like 90,
90 something.
Yeah,
90
90 to
something.
94, 92,
Yeah.
96.
See, so when it
So you weren't even
ended,
alive.
I would have been 5 years old when that show ended.
Have you seen Fresh
So-
Prince?
Yeah, I've seen Fresh Prince.
That's the same thing.
Well, but see, the thing is, they reran Fresh Prince forever
Yeah,
after it
say
ended.
that 5 times
Like,
fast.
Reran Fresh Prince.
You re-rated.
Reran. But I just never, I never got into Saved by the Bell. I remember Screech.
Yeah.
That's about all I remember.
Do you
from
remember
Saved by
Screech
the
because
Bell.
like what Dustin Diamond did later on in life?
Well,
Besides,
I remember there was some there were some news articles
Yeah.
about that guy. But
man. Well, fam, we appreciate it, man. We appreciate you joining us on here.
Thank you.
We look forward to watching your page continue to grow.
Thanks.
If you guys are watching this, jump on to Officer Fans Facebook page. It's part of the departments as well, I believe.
Yes.
And yeah, man.
Yeah, add me on Facebook. Hui Fam.
Yep. And how do you spell it? It's different than what it's how you pronounce it, right?
Hui. H-U-Y.
Yeah.
Yeah, not hi.
Hui.
Not Hui. It's Hui.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and I had to ask you when you got here, like, hey, brother, how do you pronounce your first name? Because, yeah. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
People call me hi all the time. I'm like, hi. Hi
Right?
back, yeah.
that's great.
I had yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
But, yeah, brother, I appreciate
Going
it,
somewhere
man.
with that
Thank you.
thought.
I was going somewhere. We could edit that out. Yeah. But we're going to get a refill, man, and we'll be right back.
All right.
Well, we are back. That was I was gonna say detective, but he's not promoted.
Not
so
yet.
we fam with Patrol West CP, man. That dude's got so much passion, not only for his community but for what he does.
I was gonna bring this up, and I totally forgot to bring it up during the podcast. But he's a photographer too.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
he takes really good photos. He sent me some the other day of the Patrol West community policing team. He
Yeah.
did like headshots for all of them and like
Really?
a group photo. Yeah, really good stuff.
Yeah, you're
So,
gonna have to show me. That'd be awesome.
yeah, he's a tremendous asset to the department.
Yeah.
Proud of all the work he's doing.
Well, to be an SRO for 5 years at this at one high school, that just shows your level of dedication, man, to the
Oh, yeah.
kids and your community.
Well, the fact that he willingly created a Facebook page where he like his initial pitch for that. I don't know if you remember that, but he pitched it basically to us and the chief asking to do a Facebook page, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll be able to take reports on there.
Yeah.
Be able to after hours calls." I'm like, dude, like, go for it.
Yeah.
But also that's a lot. Like,
Yeah, it's a lot. For
He's
one,
committed.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of our officers too that help support that and help support him during that too. So
Yeah.
kudos to him, man, for stepping up and doing that. I know it's a lot more than that's going above and beyond, the Call of Duty.
And that's the great thing about our department.
Yeah.
Just to keep gushing about our department, but
Right? Yeah.
we always seem to have those people who identify a need, and then they willingly go above
Yeah.
and beyond to take care of that need, and that's what we do here. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like a lot of the stuff that we're doing is not traditional police
Yeah.
things. We're not. It's not all about just arresting bad guys
Yeah.
and put them in jail. We're doing so many other things just because we've identified a need for those things.
Yeah.
Nobody else is doing it, so let's do it.
Well, it's
So-
crazy too. Like with just to give more kudos to our CP teams and stuff. it's not the same events, and if it is the same events that are put on, it's bigger and better than the year before. You
Right.
know,
It's
like
Second Chance Thursday. That
Yeah.
thing was huge.
Yeah, huge.
Last time they did it. So
yeah, man. It's just
and then the golf tournaments that
yeah.
East does and everything.
Yeah. Oh man, the trunk or treat event. I'm so excited for that one. That'll be coming up in October that they put on. Those are always phenomenal. So it's
Always
so
a lot
cool.
going on.
Yeah.
I can't wait for fall to get here. Speaking of October,
Because you want to wear a hoodie again?
flannel, bro.
Flannel?
Flannel
Are you-
season.
It's gonna be flannel season.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I
And
cannot
pumpkin spice lattes.
I'm
guy.
I'm just a hoodie and sweats kind of guy, or hoodie and shorts. That's me like all year round.
I like a hoodie. I like sweats.
Yeah.
But nothing beats a pumpkin spice latte with a flannel in, on like a brisk, like 50-degree day.
Yeah.
When it's like slightly drizzly, the leaves are falling down, and listening to some
What's your favorite stage
Fall
of the
music.
color of the leaves?
favorite stage
Yeah,
of the
like-
color.
Yeah, because they go from green and then they start to transfer to like orangish red. Sometimes you get some purple.
I like the dark orange red colors. I don't like the yellow,
Yeah.
like when they're going from green to red or whatever.
Yeah. See, I like the red.
I would love to visit like New England in the fall.
Mm.
That'd be pretty cool.
You know what's really cool?
When people send questions
To Police Web.
Police
At
Web.
wichita.gov, and we have a question.
We have a question. This question comes to us. Do we have a name for this person? You just
I
didn't
think
put
we
it on
did.
there?
I just didn't put it on this, so that's my bad.
Chad, you're
I
slacking.
know. I am.
The
slacking.
question is: have either of you ever been arrested?
Yeah, it's very personal.
Well, the
but
answer,
time to be
the answer to
transparent.
that question is no.
No,
I have not.
Yeah, I have not either. Yeah, been to jail several different times.
Been to jail many times.
Yeah.
Never on the arresting side of
Yep.
it.
Yep. Never had a negative impact where it involved me having to spend a night in the jail. So,
I have had speeding tickets before.
Yes, I have had speeding tickets as well. When I was younger, like 18, 19 years old, I even got that letter that says, "Hey man, if you get one more ticket, your license is going to be suspended." So,
I never got that.
yeah,
I used to have a real junky car that would get pulled over a lot.
Yeah.
Because knowing what I know now, I know exactly why they were pulling me over all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But back then I was like, why do they keep pulling me over? Well, I had a missing tail light that was covered with duct tape, and I had like a dent in the back side, and it's just a bad looking car.
Yeah.
And I used to get stopped by a lot of state troopers and cited for I got cited one time for wrong color turn signal.
The wrong color.
Yeah.
What color was it?
It was the glass on the turn signal was broken,
Oh, so just
and then
had the white
I had
light.
like the red tape over the back. It's supposed to be amber,
Oh.
so I got cited for that and for following too closely, because apparently I was too close to the semi that was in front of me.
See, and we just talked about this a couple weeks ago. People should be ticketed for that, and do get ticketed.
I'm not
You
disputing
were
it.
one.
I didn't dispute it.
Yeah, I'm glad you changed your
I
ways.
paid it, and I changed my ways. I got rid of that car.
So I got educated
Better
on
color.
the wrong color of lights because there was a time like in the early 2000s where people would put lights on their windshield washer sprayers. You could put a light right there.
Why?
It was just something cool. So when you're driving, you would have these lights on your hood and stuff. It's the same thing like with the underlights and stuff that people do. But you could have it right there on your hood. And I think mine was like green or blue or something, and it can only be amber, I think, at that time. So, yeah. Dude, when I worked for Derby, we have this guy that would drive around. He's got a big pickup truck. But, bro, he had these tall white, and when I say tall, I mean a solid like 5 feet above his truck they would stand, that he put in like the tailgate of his truck, so they just went straight up in the air, and they were solid white. Yeah, like as an officer, sometimes when you see stuff that's different and you're like, I don't know if that is illegal,
Right.
I don't know.
Like there was this truck driving around one time that was just completely covered in Christmas lights, and I was like, that can't be
right
legal, but I don't know off the top of my head what I would cite that guy for.
Well, it's the same thing like the guy that we have here in Wichita, that his truck is built backwards.
Backwards.
Yeah.
Yes, we get so many questions about the backwards
Yeah.
truck.
Yeah, I had to dig into it. I had to call legal and be like, "That's a very good question," because sometimes you're just like, I don't know, man. Like, he's got headlights.
Yeah.
He's got taillights.
Because the headlights, he moved the headlights to the back of the truck.
Yeah.
Right? Well, now the front of the truck.
Right.
Everything's been switched around.
Yeah.
So he's got the proper signals and everything. What was the opinion from legal on that? Do you remember?
No, as long as everything is functioning the way it's supposed to, as far as the proper lights, the way they were displayed and everything, heights and stuff like that, then yeah. Even the dude was out at the Beat the Heat event too.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So, but yeah. So, yep, never been arrested. Sorry. I know we probably let some people down on that one, but
Yeah. You look like you just got out of prison, though.
I know. I just need some gray sweatpants and stuff like that. So, but I'm hopefully I'm not washed out like I look like on this display screen. But
No, you look great. You look
yeah,
great.
man. So you were in charge of the fun fact today.
Fun fact. I got a fun fact for everybody.
Do you?
I mean, I don't know how fun it is, but it's a fact. This was in 1871, in June, the contract for the first city jail was completed. City jail.
City
We
jail.
had a city jail, not just a county jail.
Right.
It was done, so they completed the contract in June 1st of 1871, and they already finished building it by June 22nd. And by looking at the picture there, you can see...
Is it made of wood?
Yeah, that's probably why it didn't take them, that long to build it.
Bro,
like 20
that's
days.
the second stage of the Three Little Pigs. Like,
Right. Yeah, exactly. So that building there was the first jail. It was originally located near what is now Main Street and 12th Street
Really?
North. Yeah. Yeah. So,
And that's all residential there now, I think. At
yeah,
thir-
a lot of
13th
houses,
and Main, basically,
houses
right?
there, yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Pretty interesting. I don't know how many people that could hold. I
It-
read
maybe
something
4,
else
maybe?
in that paragraph that said at that time the police department had grown to 5 members.
Bro. Just
So
5.
5 officers.
Man. Wonder
Yeah.
what that call load was like. Well, back then, I don't even know if they
Probably just patrolled, and then people would just run over and be like, "Hey,
patrolled in what?
horse,
A
maybe?
horse on horseback?
or on foot."
Yeah. That's
Somebody
crazy.
just run over and say, "Hey, something happened."
And that's just 150 years ago.
It's amazing
Right?
how far we've come.
Amazing how far. Imagine what our great grandkids are going to be doing 150 years from now. Like,
I don't know.
just up in the sky, pulling people over.
Okay, so I heard this too. I heard yesterday or the day before. I don't remember where I heard this. I'm trying to remember in my head where I heard this, but supposedly
Mhm.
this last week at some point was the exact date that George Jetson was born
Really?
in the Jetsons show. So like he was born in 2022, like July something 2022.
Oh. So this is where...
It was at the Wind Surge game yesterday. That's where I heard it.
Like on the on the...
No, somebody was talking
Oh,
behind me,
gotcha.
and I heard him as I was eavesdropping. But
Mm.
yeah, so George Jetson was born in 2022 yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
So we're close to the Jetsons because he's maybe 40 something
Yeah.
in the show. So 40 years from now, we're all going to be living in flying buildings with
Imagine
flying
that.
cars.
Imagine that.
Pretty exciting.
It is pretty exciting.
Of course,
So-
we thought that Back to the Future took place in 2021,
It did, yeah, because remember them
Yeah.
talking about some of those things, yeah.
and we don't have really any of that stuff yet. So.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the future,
Yeah.
we're gonna have another podcast next week.
We are gonna, yeah, that's,
So,
yeah.
we're gonna
We
end
did talk
this
about
one.
that because this is like episode 18, so
We're gonna have to do something special for the 20th.
Yeah. Next week, though, unless something's changed, we will have 2 homicide detectives on.
Really?
They recently started a TikTok page.
No.
Yeah, and they're pretty funny. They do the dad jokes and stuff. And
Mhm.
first, before you come for me, because they're homicide detectives and they talk about humor, it's fine. It's comedy. And they're doing a pretty good job with the page.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, man. So
We need to make some TikTok.
yeah. So if you have questions for these homicide detectives that are coming on, no matter what it is, questions that you might have, please email us at policeweb@wichita.gov.
Police Web,
Yeah.
WEB, like a
And-
spider web.
Yes. And in the subject line, please put coffee break so we can find that easier.
Yep.
And that way we can ask the detectives those questions that you have. I will tell you it's one female detective, one male detective. But yeah, They started their own TikTok page, and we're gonna talk to them. We're gonna interview
You have them
them.
confirmed for next week?
I do have them confirmed.
Okay.
Actually,
'Cause I'd
confirmed a
hate
couple-
to-
Yeah.
Start recording next week and have to be like, well, sorry.
Yeah. No. Now they're gonna be on here for.
They better be.
Yeah.
They
Right.
better be here.
So, but we will be here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
What is that?
What is that?
Bat time?
Yeah, bro. You never heard that from
Bat
Batman back
channel?
in the day?
No.
No?
Is that like the animated series or?
No, it was like the actual Batman when it would come on and be like same bat time, same bat channel.
I don't
never
remember
heard
that. I don't remember that.
Bro, you're not that much younger than I am. Oh my
Sorry.
God. Anyway, so we'll see you guys next week. Please like, subscribe,
Please like,
and share.
subscribe.
We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Bye.